Welcome to Eager Little Beavers.
Hey there, amazing parents and caregivers. Welcome back to our channel, Raising Them Right. I'm your host, Almaz, and today we're diving into something that I feel that many of you have already asked about. Parenting kids with ADHD and why the same old strategies just don't seem to work. This is a topic that's very close to my heart, and it means a lot to me because parenting is never a one-size-fits-all approach, and we all know that. They come in various different types of approaches. And if you're raising a child with ADHD, you know exactly what I mean. Yeah, either they're difficult, they're defiant, they're energetic or full of energy, or they could be dynamic as well. But to tap into that potential, we've got to meet them where they are. So grab your tea or coffee, settle in, and let's break this down together. What is really going on with ADHD? Now, let's kick things off with a quick ADHD 101. ADHD, also known as Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, isn't just about being hyper or wanting to gain attention or just distracted. It's a neurological condition, and it affects how kids process information, how they integrate it in their brain, how they regulate emotions and respond to the world around them. Now, here's what that looks like in action. Your child might lose focus halfway through a lesson in class, or even just homework. They might fidget almost all the time, endlessly at the dinner table, at a restaurant, or anywhere that you are. Or they might blurt something that might seem a bit inappropriate or out answers in class because waiting their turn feels like a chore for them and climbing Mount Everest. Sound familiar? You're not alone in this. And here's the kicker. Your child isn't choosing to act this way. They just simply can't control it. They can't help it. Their brain is simply wired differently to ours. Once we do understand this, everything about our parenting approach will change. Now, here's a hard truth. Many of the strategies we grew up with, like sit still, or you're making too much noise, or why are you causing so much chaos? This just doesn't cut it with kids who have ADHD. It just doesn't apply to them. Now, you're probably wondering why? Because these approaches assume kids can control their behavior the same way that other people can. But kids with ADHD struggle with this. They struggle with impulse control and emotional regulation. Asking them to just calm down is like asking someone with a broken leg to run a marathon. It's just downright impossible. You see, when traditional methods fail, it's not because you're a bad parent or your child is being difficult. It's just that their brain is wired differently, and it's because the strategy that you are using is probably just not the right one. And this is where we pivot. All right, let's talk solutions. How can we use other parenting approaches to adapt our parenting and to support kids with ADHD? Here are some tried and true approaches. Number one, structure is your superpower. It's pretty much your best friend. Kids with ADHD thrive on structure, they thrive on routines. They need to know what's going to happen next and when we're going, what's happening, where we're going, who we're going with, because predictability is just, it kind of like reduces their stress. Here are some things that you can do. You can create a morning checklist, you can get dressed, you can eat breakfast and pack your bag and have that kind of routine set out just beforehand, before you leave. Use timers for transitions, like 5 minutes to finish off playtime before dinner. Number two, break it down. When I mean break it down, I mean big tasks can feel like can feel really tedious for them and really overwhelming. Instead of saying, clean your room, try breaking it into steps. Put your toys in the basket. Now, fold your clothes. Each single step needs to be broken down into simple terms, simple language. Number 3, positive reinforcement is magic. Now, I've talked about positive reinforcement in almost all of my videos. They work with kids, they work with neurodivergent, and lots of other kids as well. Positive reinforcement is magic. Instead of focusing on what's going wrong, spotlight what's going right. Did they stay seated for 5 minutes? High five. Finish their homework? Praise them. Praise the fact that they finished their homework. Because praising just goes a long way. It's just like them climbing Mount Everest. Remember, ADHD kids often hear more criticism than praises. So let's flip that ratio and focus more on the positives. Number 4, make it fun. We all talk about having fun all the time. Even with kids with ADHD, they want fun. Got a fidgety kid? Use their energy. Turn chores into races. Make homework time and adventure. And when you work with their natural instincts and with their natural traits, instead of going against it, you're going with it. And when you are going with it, everyone wins. Number 5, don't be afraid to ask help. I know it's hard. You might feel that you're the only parent with a child with ADHD, but parenting them can be exhausting, and it's okay to ask for help, to lean on professionals, whether it's a therapist, coach, or a child's teacher, or perhaps even a behavior support practitioner like myself. Building a support network can make all the difference for them. Now, here's a real life story I'll be sharing with you, where a mum who I have worked with and their son was turning frustration. They had turned their frustration into connection. I'll share a quick story. A mum I worked with was struggling to get her ADHD son to do their homework. Every evening ended in tears, in stress, and in just downright chaos. Then she tried something new. She set up a homework station. Now, what is a homework station, you may ask? A homework station is like where she pretty much had some of his favorite snacks and let him take a 2-minute dance break every 10 minutes they had been completing a certain task in the homework. And guess what? He started to actually look forward to homework and those homework study sessions. You see, was it perfect? No. But the fact that he was still wanting to do his homework and looking forward to that session, it showed that it pretty much showed where he was. Now, here's something I want every parent of a child with ADHD. Your child isn't broken. They're brilliant in ways the world just doesn't seem to understand or comprehend. ADHD kids are creative, they are energetic, they are so full of potential and also very resilient as well. Yes, they need that extra support, but I mean, who doesn't? I'm sure you do when you really do need help. They also bring something truly special to the table, to the family. It's to help them channel their energy, embrace their strengths, and thrive in their own way. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I know this topic can be quite emotional for some parents, but this is why we need to talk about these things. If this episode resonated with you in any shape or way, please do not hesitate to share it with other parents and caregivers. And some parents might just need it for a little bit of encouragement. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it. If you enjoyed our video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more interesting and informative parental support.